Matter of fact, I just bring out what I got.
Second Ezra chapter 4, verse 29. Sorry, 28. Second Ezra chapter 4, verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou hast asked me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, the wickedness of this place is sown, is so in depth, but the destruction haven't come early. But what happens when you sow something? Eventually it comes up, man. Eventually it grows. Go ahead.
If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down.
Yeah, if the evil turned not to righteousness, go ahead.
And if the place where the evil is sown
in America, which the place where the evil is sown, because this is the country that goes about spreading democracy. That's why they over there. That's why they over there going crazy in Egypt, because of democracy, which comes from America, which is basically out of order. Hey, keep it moving, dog. No, go.
I want to read. I want to read it.
Go.
Catholic school.
And therefore, that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away.
So if America turn to righteous ways, or if this place don't get destroyed, go ahead.
Then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Yeah, then cannot it come that which is sown with good, which is starting off with the elect of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is eventually going to flourish to the rest of the nation. Go ahead.
For the grain of the evil seed have been sown.
Yeah, for the grain of the evil seed has been sown, the so-called white man and his wickedness. Go ahead.
In the heart of Adam from the beginning.
In the heart of Adam from the beginning. Sirach 7:15.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 15. Hate not laborious works.
You know what it said? Unrighteous dealers, yeah, because it's not like one day they just woke up and like, okay, we're going to be wicked. This is an ongoing process that it got into deep to where it can't just turn around. It can't just turn around to righteousness, man. So therefore, the only thing left is the thermal nukes, man, right there. That's all the Lord got left for this place, man. Is that fire to cleanse this place. But it's not like the missile's gonna drop and there's gonna be survivors like in the movies. No, this place is gonna be laid flat. And it's never gonna be dwelt ever again. It's gonna become a proverb, man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries.
Because of unrighteous dealings and injuries, so unrighteous dealings, all of they wicked decrees that they pass, like giving homosexual rights, giving women authority and equal rights and all of that. Women's supposed to be at home. So all of their unrighteous decrees that they just set up is their unrighteous dealings. Having our people on the bottom, taxing our people, especially the slavery that they put upon our people. Go ahead.
Injuries and riches got by deceit.
Injuries and riches got by deceit. Then they come over here and rape, rob, and murder the Native Americans and the Latins and took their riches, took their land and their cattle, took their gold and their silver down in South America. Them was riches got by deceit. They came in like the snake that they is and tried to play friendly and took everything, man. Stripped them bare. Go ahead.
Kingdom It's translated from one people to another.
Yeah, so because of unrighteous dealings and injuries, and where else? What was that?
Unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
And riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translation from one kingdom to another, man. So that's why this place had to get destroyed, because there's no turning back. And when we got out of slavery, we didn't even get the 40 acres and a mule that they said we would get. So you telling me later on down the line, with all this technology they got, and all these expensive cars that they got, and expensive houses that they done built, and big tall skyscrapers, you think they just gonna give it all up? That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen, man. So that's why I said this is the patience and the faith of the saints. But we got faith that the Lord is gonna give us the power to take this place down. But we gotta be patient, man. We can't do it on our own. We can't go start slaughtering Edomites and everything right now, because that'd be out of order. So we gotta wait upon the Lord, man, when He give us the kingdom, man. Till He give us the so-called white man in His hand, in our hand.
2nd Ezra 6 and 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham into Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Esau.
Yeah, because Esau came out first, and Jacob held the hand of Esau, representing taking him out of power. Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the world.
Yeah, for Esau is the end of the world. Go ahead.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So that's a world after the end of the world. Because it's not talking about the end of the whole globe, the earth blowing up. The world represents a period of time, which right now the period of time is a period of time for the so-called white man to be ruling. This is his rulership. So this is his world right now, man. So he's going to be the end of this world, and the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans is going to be the one after this that follows, man. Because that's when our kingdom is going to come. To where we got the best of the best. Got all the good fruits and the good meats, and all the good land and all the good riches. And most importantly, we're going to be ruling joint heirs with the one who the world called Jesus Christ. Isaiah 19:14.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof.
Yeah, just like when you go back and read the story about Saul and David, Saul really wanted to be cool with David, but the Lord would put a spirit on him, man. The Lord would put a spirit on him to where he had an evil eye towards David. No matter how much he wanted to really, you know what I'm saying, be kind to him, the Lord put that spirit on him, which he couldn't, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't duck that. Because the Lord has certain things set up, just right along with this place. The Lord mingled an evil spirit amongst this place, man. That's why this place is so wicked. The Lord mingled that evil spirit to bring judgment upon this place. Once you put the pieces of the puzzle together, us going off, coming in slavery under the white man, him overdoing what he did, all the wickedness that the Lord is building on his rap sheet to bring judgment to this place, man, that fire. It all ties, man. It's one big circle. It's one nice cycle that the Lord set up, man, from the beginning. He already set up who was going to be saved. This is the Lord's movie. Everybody just playing their role.
The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof.
And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, because there's nothing righteous about America. At the end of the day, there's nothing righteous about it. There's nothing righteous that the so-called white man has done for the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans.
As a drunken man staggereth in his vomit, neither shall there be any work for Egypt.
Yeah, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. That's going into the downfall of this so-called white man's economy, or the crumbling of the whole system. Because if you can't work, you can't eat. You can't eat, you can't live. So if you ain't got no money to go buy that, what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to go and take it.
Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head,
it's like, and it's called Egypt because they keep some of the laws of Egypt. They represent some of the holidays of Egypt. You got a pyramid on your dollar. They got phallic symbols as Egypt had set up, like the Washington Monument. That's a phallic symbol, represents a penis. So this is spiritually Egypt, as well as Sodom. It tells you that in Revelations 11.
Which the head or tail, branch or rush may do.
Yep, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do, no matter how high of a job you had or how low of a job, how high you was on, how low you was on. This place is going down. Period, point blank. It's crumbling within itself, man.
Ecclesiastes 12:4. And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low.
Yeah, the sound of the grinding, your daily grind, your work, when the sound of the work is low. Because the unrighteous decrees with the decree that they have behind the money system, it's not backed by gold and silver no more. Therefore, it is going to cause hyperinflation, to cause everything to be high. But really, it's the value in the dollar is going to seem like everything is high, to where it's going to be unaffordable.
And he shall rise up at the voice of a bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. Also when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and the fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden.
Yep, and the grasshopper be a burden, that's lack of food. As well as when you read about old Egypt, and the locusts came, the locusts was eating up the crops, man. So that's going to be part of that famine right there. Go ahead.
And desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and mourners go about the streets. Or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the well broken at the cistern.
At the end of the day, though, the grind is going to cease in this place. The work is going to come low. The economy is going to go down. Which, if nobody has a job, they don't have money once again. Therefore, you're going to have to take what you need. So all of that brotherly love is going to be forced to be pushed out the window.
Isaiah chapter 19 verse 16. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women. It shall be afraid and fear because of the Lord, because the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts.
Yeah, because the Lord's going to show his power, man. You got people walking up and down the streets all holly jolly right now. But when the Lord really manifests his power and brings judgment upon this place, there's not going to be a whole bunch of smiles and laughs and giggles and going out to the bar and all of that, man. That's when it's going to be survival of the fittest. But if you ain't got this knowledge, then you ain't going to know what to do in that time. They going to bring the mark of the beast, which is the chip, and you're going to end up taking it, which the scriptures tell you ain't supposed to. But you're going to take it because you trust in your government. You're going to take it because you think that's the right thing to do. If that's what your pastor says is the right thing to do.
Yeah. Verse 16. And in that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. In the land of Judah,
the fear that he shaketh over it. Go ahead.
In the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt.
Yeah, it shall be a terror unto Egypt, man. Because the elect of the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, some of them are going to receive power from the Most High to help take the so-called white man down. Because you're going to have some more people that's going to lollygag with them. They ain't going to mind going to the concentration camp because it's a free meal. Go ahead.
Everyone that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. And in that day shall five...
For the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he has turned against him, man. So this is the counsel of the Lord. He sat down, he planned this, he thought about it. And he's going to bring it to judgment.
In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan.
You going to get what you had?